Hey everyone, let's talk about something you probably use every single day, maybe without even thinking about it. The tools that let us command our digital world. We're talking the keyboard under your fingers, the mouse in your hand. These are the unsung heroes of computing, and today we're going to pull back the curtain and see how they really work. I mean, think about it. You do this stuff thousands of times a day. It's pure muscle memory. But how does a physical tap on a key or a flick of your wrist actually become an action on your screen? Well, that's the magic we're going to unpack right now. So what are these things, really? At their very core, every single one of these devices is a kind of digital translator. You can think of them as the essential bridge connecting our world to the computer's world. They take what we do physically and translate it into a language the machine can finally understand. Okay, let's get just a little technical for a second. The official term is input device, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Any piece of hardware that sends data into a computer. It takes our raw, real-world actions, like pressing a key, moving a mouse, or even speaking, and converts them into digital signals the computer can actually process. So where do we start? Well, we've got to start with the OG, the most common input device of them all, the keyboard. It is, for most of us, the main way we get our thoughts and commands into the computer. Now, that QEWERT layout we all use today, it's a direct descendant of the classic typewriter. And here's a fun fact for you. That layout was actually designed to slow typists down so the old mechanical arms wouldn't jam. Crazy, right? Of course, while the layout is stuck around, it's been massively upgraded with a whole bunch of new keys for the digital age. And if you look down at your keyboard right now, you'll see it's kind of broken up into different zones. You've got your main typing keys, right, for all the letters and numbers. Over on the right, you often have the numeric keypad for punching in numbers fast. Up top, you have the function keys for special commands. And then you have the really powerful ones, the control and special purpose keys. We're talking Control, Alt, and Enter that unlock all those amazing shortcuts. Have you ever noticed how some keyboards have that loud, satisfying click-clack sound, while others are soft and quiet? Well, that's all about what's underneath the keys. Mechanical keyboards give you that audible click because every single key has its own physical switch. They're super durable and precise, which is why gamers and serious typists just love them. On the other hand, the quiet, mushy feel you get from most laptops, that's a membrane keyboard. It uses a flexible layer to register the key presses, which makes them lightweight and cheaper to produce. And of course, keyboards get specialized. Ergonomic ones are all about comfort. They have these split or wavy layouts designed to reduce muscle strain. Gaming keyboards, though, they are built for one thing, pure performance. They've got super fast switches, extra keys you can program yourself, and tech like anti-ghosting, which is just a fancy way of saying it can register a whole bunch of key presses at once. So no matter how fast you're playing, every single command gets through. All right, so that's how we type, but what about how we point, click, and drag? It's time to move on to the mouse, the device that gave us this beautiful, intuitive, visual control over our screens. I mean, can you even imagine a modern computer without a mouse? It completely changed the game. It's our main tool for controlling that cursor, letting us navigate through everything visually. It's what makes computers feel less like a complex machine and more like an extension of our own hand. But have you ever flipped your mouse over, seen that little red light, and just wondered, how does it know where it's going? There's no little rubber ball in there anymore, so how does it actually see the surface you're moving it on? The way this works is just brilliant. It's basically a tiny, high-speed camera. First, that little LED light shoots down and lights up your desk. Then, a tiny optical sensor snaps thousands of pictures of that surface every single second. Inside the mouse, a little processor analyzes all those pictures, sees how the patterns are shifting, and calculates which way you're moving. It sends that data to your computer, and poof, the cursor moves. It's an incredible little process, happening thousands of times a second. And yeah, just like keyboards, mice have evolved. Trackballs are fantastic if you don't have a lot of desk space because the mouse itself stays still. Wireless mice, of course, free us from annoying cables. And then you have gaming mice, which are built for hyper-precision and speed, packed with super sensitive sensors and extra buttons to give you a competitive edge. Okay, we've covered the big two, the keyboard and the mouse. But the world of input devices is absolutely huge. So you ready for a lightning round of some of the other ways we get information into our computers? Let's do it. Because, sometimes you need to get something into the computer that isn't just a letter or a simple click. What if you need to capture a real-world image, or a sound, or even a barcode? First up, the scanner. Super straightforward. Just think of it as a photocopier that's hooked up to your computer, turning any physical paper or photo into a digital file you can save and edit. Next, the microphone. This one's easy. It's the computer's ear. It captures any sound around it, whether it's your voice for a video call or you playing a guitar, and turns it into digital audio. Then we've got the barcode reader. You see these things everywhere. It just shines a light on those black and white lines, reads the pattern, and instantly converts it into data. It is the secret hero that makes checkout lines move so fast. And for our last one, here's a really cool, super specialized device, the MICR. You know that weird-looking font on the bottom of a check? That's actually printed with magnetic ink, and this device can read it, allowing banks to process mountains of checks with incredible speed and accuracy. So when you put it all together, from the keyboard you type on, to the mic you talk into, to the barcode reader at the store, what's the one thing they all have in common? They are a direct physical link to the entire digital world. And this quote just nails it. The reason we have so many different kinds of input devices is because we, as humans, want to do so many different kinds of things with our computers. Each one is a unique solution, a new bridge between our ideas and the machine's power. So, what are the big takeaways here? First, remember that input devices are basically our digital translators. Second, even the tools you use every day, like your keyboard and mouse, are packed with some really deep and fascinating tech. Third, for almost any task you can imagine, there's probably a specialized device out there for it. And finally, the goal of all this innovation is always the same: to make our conversation with technology feel more natural, more intuitive, more seamless. And that really leaves us with one last big question to think about. As our tech gets smarter, as we move toward things like voice commands, gesture controls, and maybe even one day direct brain-computer interfaces, what will the next generation of input devices even look like? What's going to be the keyboard and mouse of tomorrow? It's exciting to think about. Thanks for tuning in.